Tech to build on its Indian cement stake. So in the past 1 month, we see that in Ultratech has acquired 23% stake in the Indian Cement. Indian Cement Limited is a south-based company which is having 2 to 3 plants in the South India and a good market. And Ultratech want to increase its presence in the South India to become a pan-India leader. They are currently having a production capacity of 160 million ton per annum, and they want to increase it to by 200 million ton per annum. And in the cement industry is consolidating, and it is said that those who will lead the market will setting the price for the rest. And yes, also it is said that the size will matter in the long run, as those who will lead the market will setting the price for the others. And the second biggest competitor for the Ultratech in the current days is the Adani Group cement companies, which includes Ambuja Cement, ACC Cement, Pana Cement, and Shangi Cement Limited. So, in the earlier talks held with the Ultratech Limited, they clearly deny that they do not want to acquire a controlling stake in the Indian Cement Limited. But now the news says they are going to build a controlling stake of plus 50% in the Indian Cement Limited to make it subsidiary of the company. Aditya Birla Group Ultratech Limited is advanced talk to buy the India Cement Vice President and MD, 28.42% in the South Indian based company. Increase its share to 51%, said people familiar with the matter. The move will trigger an open offer for the Ultratech to buy the additional stake for the essential 400 to 413 per share, about 8% higher than the current price. So on Monday we can see a jump in the Indian Cement Limited price by the 8 to 15%, because Ultratech will be buying at the rate of the 400 to 430. Ultratech is expected to spend a total about 7,000 crore to buy the Shrivan stake in the Indian Cement Limited and fund the mandatory open offer. The people said a team of the Ultratech senior official is conducting due diligence, and the formal announcement is expected within the next few days. People said the proposal deal is understood to have already been discussed between the two parties when Ultratech picked up the Radhakishan Dhamani's stake in the Indian Cement in the June. In the June, they have already acquired 21 to 23% in the Indian Cement. Now they are considering to make it a subsidy and acquiring 51%, and they are going to acquire the promoter stake from them. And it is the rule of the SEBI that when a company acquiring 5% or more, it has to allow the public also to participate in that block deal. Much of the strategy of the Indian Cement has been work in the progress for a while now, and there has been discomfort for the Indian Cement head with Ultratech on the side. From N. Srivastava's successing point of view, this buyout made a good business sense. The Birla was clear about the moving shifting in the deal given the competitive market scenario. Other interesting heavyweight to have keen on a possible deal, necessitating a shifting was the same, said one of the persons cited above. Srinivasan will be 80-year-old in January. His daughter Rupa Guruthu, 50 whole-time director, and the wife is running the business after the Srinivasan stepped down owing to different health. The people said that Srinivasan had taken the charge of the Indian Cement in 1989, soon after the demise of his father. The current promoter group is the Srinivasan, and he is 80-year-old, but the business is taken look after by his daughter, and his stake will be acquired by the Ultratech Limited. With a growing business, that was founded by the Narayan through a series of the acquisition and the merger, greenfield and brownfield expansion. Ultratech and the Indian Cement Limited did not respond to query. The actual cash outlay of the Ultratech will depend to the extent to which the open is subscribed by currently minority stake. The Ultratech bought around 23% Indian Cement as a blended price of the 269 per share through the block deal with the Dhamani related entity, totaling to 2,000 crore. So earlier the acquisition was at 270 rupees. Now the currently stock price is trading at 350 rupees, and they are also targeting to acquire at 400 to 430 rupees. They suggested that The total outlay for the Ultratech could be reached 9,000 crores, resulting in the implied valuation of the $1.120 per ton of the EV basis. Recent deals for the cement firm with a less than 20 million ton per capacity have been ranged around 80 per ton million ton to 110 per. For example, Ambuja cement with the 40 million capacity of the Penna cement at the 89. Indian Cement currently have an installed capacity of 14.5, while the Ultratech total installed capacity 141, which has been increased to 152. The Indian cement deals should strengthen the Ultratech market share in the southern India, which accounts for about a third of the total installed capacity of 600 million tons. So in the south market, the south market contributes the third 1/3 percentage of the total production capacity. Like if the India is having 600 million ton per annum capacity, so one third, which is 200 million ton per capacity, is from the South India only. And though these companies like Ambuja Cement and the Ultratech do not have a prominent market share in the South India, and other small company with the capacity less than 30 million ton per annum having a good contribution in the South India. So these companies are trying to acquire them and to consolidate the market and to become a market leader. But it says that Ultratech is going to acquire at a EV of 180 $120 per ton, which is much higher than the industry average.